Hi everyone, back to Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with the Aftermath. This is the show we do when the dust has settled from the instant post-match reaction to Newcastle United's victory against Wolverhampton Wanderers last night. 3-0, 9th win on the spin. We are class and we are top four. It's unbelievable. Normally after post-match, your reactions are instant high. Passion is running wild. Sometimes you get a little bit out of control, a little bit crazy, but I don't really think I am right now, to be honest with you. This team really feels like it's on the cusp of something special. When we finished 4th last time, this kind of feeling was in the air. The feeling of resilience, the feeling of determination, the feeling that no team was giving us trouble, no team was a concern to us. The lads believing in themselves, the crowd believing in the lads, not getting nervous when things weren't quite going to plan. And that's what happened last night. Wolverhampton Wanderers came to St James's Park and they had a plan to frustrate, to irritate. You know, they had men around the ball, they had a good structure, they were bypassing the midfield. You know, they had a big strong lad up front as well. They had a star player to come off the bench to impact the game, you know, when they felt the chances were there. And Newcastle managed that really well. You know, the low block, the dreaded low block that everybody talks about. Newcastle a few months ago couldn't break them down with a cast of Ocean's 11. They couldn't fucking break that safe. But they're doing it now, because they believe in what they're doing. They stick to the plan. They believe in each other. And up front, they've got probably the best centre-forward in the Premier League, if not Europe right now, in the shape of Alexander Isak. Is there anything this lad cannot do? Glides around the pitch with the ball stuck to his foot. Pace, quality. He even fucking tracked back at one point and put a challenge in on the Wolves player. You don't get many centre forwards doing that. If Erling Haaland tracked back, he'd probably suplex somebody in the fucking box and give a penalty away. So the fact that Alexander Isak can track back as well just puts another string to his bow. But the confidence that he shows, the swagger that he has is mirrored in all of his teammates. You know, Sandro Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes, you know, fucking hell, people were saying they couldn't play together. The two of them look like they came out the same fucking womb. They're telepathic, you know, they're never away from each other. Absolutely fantastic. Joe Linton in that midfield as well. That midfield three is the envy of most of the Premier League. It's got strength, it's got pace, it's got skill, it's got quality, it's got mentality, aggression, everything you want in a midfield. If you wanted to go to a lab and say, make me the best midfield, you'd throw all them ingredients in the fucking test tube and then put it in the old swirly machine. I don't know what that's called. I'm not technical enough to tell you. But that's what we've got. We've got an absolutely brilliant centre forward, a brilliant midfield, a strong defence, you know, two of the best wing backs in the country, you know, could walk in the England team in the shape of Lewis Hall and Tino Livramento. And by the way, I love the wing back mountain picture as well. That shows you how close those lads are. Not that I'm saying that, but they're close. They love each other. We fucking love them. They're fucking class. Sven Botman coming back, the duel at the back there just doesn't look like he's missed a beat. He's been out a year. Big Dan Burn as well. You know, when we signed him, not a glamorous signing, but fucking hell, what a gladiator this guy is. He's like the fucking Blythe Barbarian. You know, he's an absolute monster of a man. Constantly looks fucked from the first minute, injured, limping. He's held together with masking tape, but fuck me, he'll bleed black and white. And he's the kind of guys that you need in a fight. And my God, he's fighting. And he's probably one of the best performers this season so far. And a big credit as well to Jacob Murphy. You know, football's a funny game. It really is. You know, football is a game of confidence and it's a game of opinion. One week you're Ballon d'Or, next week you're Ballon d'Or. But Jacob Murphy, credit him, has gone to the training pitch, I think, with the manager. I'll get to him in a second. He's worked hard at his game. And Jacob Murphy's now doing the things that used to frustrate the shit out of you that he wasn't doing. You know, he's taking his time. He's being calm in the moment. He's controlling the ball, he's making the right moves, he's making the right passes. And massive credit to Jacob Murphy, who a lot of fans wrote off and just said he was a Deadwood player and he wouldn't be joining us on this journey, he'd be a squad filler. If that, he's not a squad filler anymore, he's a starter, he's a guaranteed starter in this lineup. And not only that, he's putting up the numbers to justify his worth. I've seen people calling England call-ups for him, and you know, a lot of the fans outside Newcastle will scoff, you know, and say, oh, what a load of bollocks. I tell you what, right now, the England team for me should be picked on form, and if it's picked on form, Jacob Murphy's in that squad for me. Sensational this season, absolutely brilliant. Anthony Gordon, electric, exciting, would get in most teams, I think, in the top 4 of the Premier League. So tell me you wouldn't, you're full of shit. You know, this is the guy that Everton ran out of town. Everton, you know, who have went and rehired our manager from glory days, hoping for the repeat of glory days, and that's still dog shit. And we've got him and he's fucking mint. But that's a little summary of the whole team. But what I'm loving about this Newcastle team right now is they can win sexy, they can win ugly, they can grind results out, they can dig deep, they can hold on to leads, they can blast teams away. We seem to be able to win games in all different shapes and sizes, and that's a massive credit to the lads, but also a massive credit to the manager. Again, I've seen some of the little comments, where's the Eddie Howe out now? Football, as I said before, is a confidence thing. If you're losing games, people question the manager, people question if the manager's right for the club anymore. That's just football. That goes hand in hand like a pair of boots on a footballer's fucking feet. That's what happens. But Eddie Howe has massively turned this around, and anyone who doubted him, myself included, anyone who questioned whether he reached his limit with Newcastle, whether he ran out of ideas, fucking hell, he's gone and showed you, and a reminder that he's a young manager too. He's a development manager. Just like Lewis Hall, Livramento can develop their game, like Jacob Murphy's developed his game, Eddie Howe can develop his managerial qualities, and that's exactly what he's done. And my God, he looks a better manager for it, more determined, more structured, more focused, getting the best out of players, playing them in the right positions. Tonali in the 6, Bruno in the 8. He's got Murphy playing out of his skin, bringing Botman back in as well. And even bringing on Louis Miley over Sean Longstaff in a game where we needed to control the ball shows you how much he's learning as a manager. And I'm absolutely buzzing for it. You look at the next few fixtures, could Newcastle United get top 4, top 3, top 2? Are we in a title race? People are asking if we're in a title race. Why the fuck not? We're not that far away from it. Liverpool have stuttered a little bit. Arsenal have stuttered a little bit. My God, them shirts for Jesus. I'll get stuck into that and what's going on. Fucking pathetic by Arsenal. But they're stirring at the top. They're getting to their moment where they're wobbling a little bit and teams are taking points off them, and Newcastle are steamrolling up behind them. So top 4 100% is on the cards, and why not push these fuckers as hard as we can for the title? Liverpool are probably slightly far away, but it's great to be talking about it as a Newcastle fan. Top 4 is ours to lose right now. I'm buzzing. Games coming up. We can win those games. Get to a cup final, we could win a trophy and get Champions League this season, and what a fucking season that will be. But let us know in the comments below what you guys think about Newcastle United, this team right now that we call United, full of resilience, full of confidence, full of belief. Where can it go this season? Would you want to sign the transfer window as well? Let us know. Do we need to strengthen? I think we still need 1 or 2 in. Talk about Almiron and Kelly going to raise funds. 100%, that's a smart move by the club if they do it. We'll be keeping an eye on that, doing some transfer rumour hazards and some breaking news. We'll be back with the preview for Bournemouth and the post-match on Saturday. Can't wait for the lads to show up again, hopefully, and batter Bournemouth in the Eddie Howe derby and continue this run to the top 4. Have a belter, everyone. We'll catch you later. Cheers.